It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards getting set to match up with the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, here we go. Ball. Now a steal by Washington. To Beal. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Lonzo with it. He'll run the offense. Inside, he scores.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Wizards have it. Wall gets it in the left corner. To Howard. Smart tactics. Moves in for the higher percentage shot.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
His first effort off the mark. Beal to Porter. Wall. Not that time.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
James, and they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
First free throw is good.
Coming right back to you.
Second of three is good. Perfect from the line. Hits all three of them. Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Beal.
I got ball.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Into the front court. It's Wall. Down by one. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul. To Caldwell Pope. Nothing going here on that drive. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope buries it on the catch and shoot.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Washington basketball. Wall to Howard. Stuffs it down with authority.
14-year NBA veteran Dwight Howard didn't become the player we all hoped he would become, but still a very serviceable big in this league. Actually, 5th in the NBA in terms of offensive rebounding last year.
Into the front court comes Wall. They trail by one. Goes to the left side. Beal, that's off the side of the rim, short. JaVale McGee to James. Caldwell Pope. That's rebounded by the Wizards. Wall across the timeline. Down a point. Wall to Howard. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. James, he was all over him. Rejected by McGee.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Caldwell Pope to James, and he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. The Wizards at the controls. Wall to Howard. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To James. 4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
That's the shooter's mentality. Stays with it after the miss.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Howard. Offensive goaltending. Wave off the basket. Up 5 seconds. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Lakers ball.
Everybody pick up, DM.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Fires the 3. That one. And a putback slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Final shot from half court off the mark. And that does it. First quarter is in the books of this one. First quarter is complete. Wizards have the lead. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Wall. Here's a chance from long range. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. finishes at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
It's Washington with the basketball. Wall. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense. In watching John Wall, for him to be successful, you get the sense that he needs the ball in his hands most times.
He does, Ed. And there's a new age in the NBA. It's called team basketball. You equate a guard's success to how his team does. And when they're all sharing the sugar, it makes the team that much better and more efficient. For a guard who's trying to break into the elite of the elite, he will not do so until he relinquishes some of that control and he gets other players involved.
Wall into the front court. Leads one. Wall somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
John Wall, the new modern-day athlete. He battled the knee injury last season and missed 41 contests after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on that knee, and still one of the fastest guys we have in the league today.
Wall with it up top. Up by 3. Wall. Shot from the lane won't go. Caldwell Pope to James. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Screen coming. Gets it in the right corner. For 3, and the Lakers have the rebound. To James. Rejected by Green. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Washington Wizards, number 1, Austin Rivers.
Ball. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Wizards have it. Austin Rivers. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw. Into the front court. It's Wall. Looking to make something happen. Short jumper off the mark. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Can't connect. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. Ball. Deep left corner. Trying to cash in. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Shot by McGee, no good. Great pass to set it up. Austin Rivers lays it in.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Oh, nice swat.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Wizards with the basketball. Wall doesn't have the touch. No good.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Ball with the basketball. Down 4.
Bradley Beal.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Whistle stops play. Timeout for Washington as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Inside, he scores.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
To Ball. Kyle Kuzma, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Beal to Wall. Driving right to the basket. Austin Rivers to Porter. Lets it fly from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good. A 3-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Wizards out in front.
Thanks, Ed. The Wizards have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Washington Wizards. The Lakers are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Blocks.
After just 2 quarters, we've already seen so many blocks from each of these squads. I'm loving how aggressive the players have been on defense. What you're seeing in these highlights will make any defensive-minded coach proud, like Chuck Daly.
Player of the half.
Dwight Howard couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up. The Wizards have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Wizards are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they... And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Washington basketball. Wall to Howard. Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Into the front court comes Wall. Our score all even in this third quarter. Wall to Howard. Nice pass to get things going.
14-year NBA veteran Dwight Howard didn't become the player we all hoped he would become, but still a very serviceable big in this league. Actually, 5th in the NBA in terms of offensive rebounding last year.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Wizards at the controls. Wall to Howard. The drive right to the basket. Goes to the left side. Beal, not that time. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
McGee's shot misses.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
Into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. That ball's out of bounds off one of the... Kuzma. Almost, but no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Caldwell Pope. Layup goes down. Well done.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
It's Washington with the basketball. To Wall. Take stock of the floor. Wall. Missed it. To Caldwell Pope. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope. Washington has the rebound. Deep right corner. Beal to Howard. To Porter. Rejected by McGee.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Caldwell Pope. To James. Has a look. Count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
The follow won't go either. To Wall. The shot rejected by James.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To James. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 14, Brandon Ingram.
Wall.
Washington, number 31.
Runner here won't go. To Caldwell Pope. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Not that time.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Caldwell Pope. Beasley. Beyond the arc for three. Oh, he'll take that.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Oh, he blocked it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Caldwell Pope.
Yes. The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Wizards have it. Oh, he got a piece of it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Wall. Porter. Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that one.
Going to launch beyond the arc. The harder the shot, the easier it looks from Michael Beasley.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
That's the end of the third quarter. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Ball with it up top. Up a dozen. James. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Beal. And the finish on the nice step through.
It's not a travel if it looks pretty.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Smart tactics. Moves in for the higher percentage shot.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Beal to Kelly Oubre. Austin Rivers. Ah, the monster stuff.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Caldwell Pope. Easy pad to the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Wall to Beal. Fires the three, and Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
Oh, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
Beal to Rivers from long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Caldwell Pope. That's the shooter's mentality. Stays with it after the miss.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Kelly Oubre. Beal to Wall. Shot from the lane won't go. Missed a wide open look.
You know, everyone gets lucky from time to time. You played the probability game perfectly on that possession.
Wall across the timeline. His guy's down 11. Nice finish at the rim.
John Wall, the new modern-day athlete. He battled the knee injury last season and missed 41 contests after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on that knee, and still one of the fastest guys we have in the league today.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Substitution being made in this one. John Wall goes to work, doesn't get the bounce. James to Caldwell Pope. Ball over to the right side to Ball. Kuzma. It's James trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Inside, he scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Wall into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Beal to Wall. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go down. Lonzo with it. The advantage is 13 points. To Ball. Kuzma to James. 4-3. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there, 4-3.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
James takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
JaVale McGee to Kyle Kuzma. James. LeBron, not that time.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
To Kelly Oubre. Beal. To Wall. Beal. Not that time. He missed it. Another shot won't go either.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason. But let's not get carried away.
It's no good. Great defense. To Beal. Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by Lonzo.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, ooh, that's a scary thing to watch.
Time for a change. Substitution coming on for Scott Brooks. Wall. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. James. Now that's a contest. 15-footer at the buzzer. Shot at the buzzer does indeed go down, but it only affects the final score. This ball game is over. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
together a nice win here today. And more often than not, they were hitting the three when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Wizards didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Washington Wizards.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the game.
LeBron James put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.